This is Decoded, AI for Everyone, the podcast that makes sense of artificial intelligence, not just in your pocket, but in your world. Last episode wrapped up Season 3, but there was one more idea we wanted to include, something that sits right between where we've been and where we're heading next. So this is a short bonus episode, a way to connect the two. Because if you've been using AI lately, you've probably felt this. It's smarter, faster, sometimes helpful, sometimes a little frustrating. Because it doesn't really wait anymore. It jumps in, finishes things, suggests what to do next. Sometimes before you've even fully asked or wanted it to. I had a moment like this recently. I was working on a research document, asked AI to help by adding my references to the reference section, just to speed things up a bit. "Would you like me to add the references into your document?" asked Claude. "Sure," I responded. Seemed harmless enough. But when I came back to it later, the document had been rewritten. Not just references added, my structure changed, my wording replaced, my thinking overwritten. Hours, maybe days of work gone. Now, this isn't about blaming the tool. It did exactly what it was designed to do: improve, optimize, complete the task. But it did highlight something important. AI isn't just helping anymore. It's starting to act. And once you notice that, you start seeing it everywhere. AI finishing your emails, suggesting your next step, rewriting your ideas, organizing your files. Sometimes before you've fully decided what you want. Not because it's out of control, but because it's designed to move things forward. This is the shift. We've gone from AI waiting for prompts to AI anticipating intent. From you asking to it responding to you starting to it continuing. That's a very different relationship. Let's make this real. If you're writing something, a report, an email, a post, don't rely on a single AI. Build a simple stack. Here's a practical way to do it. Start with something like ChatGPT. Use it to generate direction. Give me 3 ways to approach this topic. Don't ask it to write the final version. Just get the thinking started. Then take that output into Claude. Ask it to challenge it. What's wrong with this? What's missing? What would you change? Now you've got tension. You're not just accepting the first answer. Then go to Perplexity. Ask, what else should I consider that hasn't been mentioned? Now you're expanding beyond your own thinking and the model's bias. And if you want to tighten the writing itself, use something like Grammarly. Not to rewrite everything, but to improve clarity, sentence strength, and flow. The shift. You've gone from one AI to one answer to multiple perspectives to better judgment. That's the difference. You're not asking AI to write for you. You're using it to think with you. Now let's look at research. And this is where most people are still only scratching the surface. The typical pattern is simple. You open something like Perplexity. You ask a question. You get a clean, structured answer. And you move on. But here's the problem. That first answer, it's just the surface. A better way to use it is to go deeper. Start with your question. What's happening in this space? Let it give you the overview, the key themes, the current thinking, the obvious angles. Then don't move on. Stay there. Refine the question. Push it further. Ask, what's driving this? What's missing from this view? What are the second-order effects? And then, this is where it changes, switch to something like deep research. Ask for a full report, not a summary, a structured, comprehensive view of the topic. What this does, instead of quick answer, move on, you get layered understanding, connected thinking. And this is where prompting really matters. The better your question, the better the output. Not just more information, but more useful information. If you're not sure where to start with that, I'll include a full deep research prompt you can use in the notes for this episode. Or you can head to promptengineeringcookbook.com. There are pre-built prompts there you can use across different industries and topics. Most people stop at the first answer. The value is in what comes next. Because the risk isn't that AI gives you the wrong answer, it's that you stop asking questions too early. And then there's automation. This is where things are really shifting. Because now AI isn't just helping you think, it's starting to do things. Organizing files, cleaning data, rewriting documents, taking actions, sometimes quietly. And this is exactly where my earlier example comes back in. That document that got rewritten, that didn't happen randomly. It happened because of the environment I gave it. AI doesn't just act on instructions, it acts on context. AI doesn't just follow prompts, it follows environments. So if you're going to let AI operate, even a little, you need to structure that environment properly. A simple way to think about this is in layers. Instead of dumping everything into one folder, you separate it by purpose. Layer 1. Context. What is this project? Documents that explain the topic, the objective, the tone, the intent. This tells the AI what it's working on. Layer 2. Data. The raw material. Research, references, datasets, notes. This is what the AI uses to build from. Layer 3. Intelligence. This is where your thinking lives. Drafts, ideas, outlines, previous work. This is where you shape the direction. Layer 4. Automation. This is where AI operates. Outputs, generated content, processed files, transformations. This is the working layer. Layer 5. Skills. Optional but powerful. Reusable instructions. Prompts, templates, workflows, rules. This is how you standardize how AI behaves. When you structure things like this, you're not just using AI, you're guiding it. You're giving it boundaries. You're controlling where it can act and where it shouldn't. Here's a practical takeaway. If you're starting simple, just do this. Create 2 folders, one for source material and one for outputs. And don't let AI overwrite your originals. Because once AI starts acting, you need to stay in control of the system, not just the result. The more AI acts, the more structure you need. Across all of this, the pattern is the same. AI is moving closer to the point of action. Not just supporting decisions, but shaping them. And sometimes taking them further than you intended. It doesn't wait for direction. It works with momentum. So here's a simple way to think about it. If you're using AI this week, use it for speed, structure, exploration. Let it get you moving, but keep these for yourself. Judgment, final decisions, accountability, because that's where the outcome lives. AI can take you most of the way, but it shouldn't decide where you end up. Because the real shift here is behavioural. If you let AI always continue, always refine, always take the next step, something subtle starts to happen. You move from thinking to reviewing, from deciding to approving. And over time, you stop noticing the difference. That's where people get caught. Not when AI gets it wrong, but when it feels right. This is exactly where we're heading next. In the next season of Decoded, Season 4, it is about applied intelligence. Not just using AI, but working with systems that act. Not just asking, but setting things up so they move. Not just getting answers, but designing how those answers turn into outcomes. Knowing where to let it move, and where to stay firmly in control. That document I mentioned earlier, It didn't get rewritten because anything went wrong. It got rewritten because the system did exactly what it was set up to do. And that's the difference. AI isn't just responding, it's starting to move. Sometimes with you, sometimes ahead of you. The question isn't whether it's useful. You already know it is. The question is where you let it act and where you stay in control. Because the more capable these systems become, the easier it is to let them keep going. And that's the moment that matters. This is Decoded, AI for Everyone, a bonus episode, and a preview of what's coming next. On a quick side note, in the last episode, I mentioned the Cooking Clips URL incorrectly, thanks to those who pointed it out. The correct website is cooking-clips.com. I'm Joel Leslie. Stay aware, stay intentional, stay human.